Hello, welcome to Higher Ground Gaming. This is Eric. After last night's exciting game, we're going to play another game today. Red Sox won in extra innings in dramatic fashion. I'll leave it at that. So watch that game if you haven't. Game number 137. This is going to be game number 138. Game 3 against the Baltimore Orioles. So the Red Sox go for the sweep. And I believe game number, 9 in a row. Could be off by a game there. But anyway, the Red Sox are just a game out of first place coming into the game as the Yankees lost. Milwaukee was idle. Milwaukee's a game and a half out. So today, the Yankees have another game against Detroit. And I'm not sure exactly who Milwaukee's playing, but we'll find out in a minute. So it's going to be El Tiante, Luis Tiant, against El Presidente, Dennis Martinez. So El Tiante against El Presidente. So without further ado, let's get this game underway. Mr. Brody and Purple Dinosaur are ready to go on this really hot, sticky day. So we're got the AC full blast, and we're going to enjoy some baseball.
Welcome to the stadium for today's ball game.
Alrighty. So game 3 of the series. El Presidente Dennis Martinez on the hill for the Orioles against El Tiante. So yesterday's hero, Rick Burleson, will lead it off for the Red Sox. He'll be followed by Freddie Lynn, the center fielder. Jim Rice, the left fielder, will bat third. Batting cleanup, Carl Yastrzemski, the captain. Batting fifth behind the plate, Carlton Fisk. Jack Brohammer starting again at second, batting sixth. The right fielder, Dwight Evans, will bat seventh. Another hero from yesterday's game, George the Boomer Scott, first baseman, will hit eighth. And Butch Hobson, the third baseman, will bat ninth. So again, we'll probably follow the same protocol. We're moving Hobson in the late innings, especially under a close game, which the last couple ones have been close. And moving Brohammer over to third and installing Remy at second, assuming that he's available. So that is the plan for the game again. And it's been effective so far, so we're going to continue with it. So Dennis Martinez on the hill. He comes in with a 16-13 record. He was 16-11 on this season, so he has a chance for the victory here to eclipse that total. Hopefully that will not occur. Against the Red Sox anyway. So he comes in with a 3.41 earned run average, 258 innings pitched, 251 hits allowed, 72 walks, and 121 strikeouts, and has surrendered 19 homers. So very accurate stats to his actual season, as Strat-o-matic does produce very accurate results. One thing I have to say about Strat-o-matic, even the computer version, will produce extremely accurate results, and definitely be a game that will be in my rotation as we near the end of this season. I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to do for a season next year, but I'm toying around with possibly with the 1993 Atlanta Braves, as well as a possibility of another Red Sox season. I think I have the 2017 season, but nothing I really want to do from that in particular. But we'll see. We'll see. I think I might have another season or two available for a replay too. So we'll have to see what we can what we do next. Maybe take a little break from this, and after the Red Sox hopefully advance to the World Series and hopefully win one in 1978. So we'll see. So anyway, the defense behind Martinez is going to be Kelly, Harlow, and Singleton. Harlow getting a start in center this time. Harlow is average with a slightly high error rating for an outfielder with a 10, and he has an average arm. Kelly and Singleton both below average arms, and Kelly below average range in left, with Singleton being average in right. DeSense's, Garcia, Dower, and Murray, standard defense for the Orioles, with DeSense's and Dower at second and third, above average range. Dower with extremely good short-handed at second with only a 4 error rating, very low there. And Garcia on the opposite spectrum with extremely high error rating, like Butch Hobson-like numbers at short. And both Murray and Garcia average range. Murray also very short, extremely short-handed with a 5 rating at first. Behind the plate, Rick Dempsey, above average range and above average arm. And El Presidente with extremely good range on the hill. Cat-like reflexes there, but not very good at holding runners on with a +3 and an E6 error rating. So Rick Burleson comes in to the game with a .282 average, now with 2 homers after yesterday's dramatic home run, giving the Red Sox the victory, and 43 runs batted in. So Martinez looks in for the sign from Dempsey. Here's the windup in the pitch to the Rooster. So as our Red Sox fan mentioned, the Rooster did crow yesterday, and the Red Sox walked off victorious, extending their hitting streak. Here we go. And that's going to be a ground ball to Dower. He's up with it over to Murray for out number 1, and that's how we'll begin today. So next up, Fred Lynn. Fred Lynn hitting .292, 22 homers, 75 runs batted in. His next home run will break his total for the season, and he has a possibility here. Can he break his 22 home run mark right away? Let's see. And yes, he will. A deep blast to right. Singleton just watches it go, and Freddie Lynn goes long, as the Red Sox have relied on the long ball in the last few games, especially against the Orioles here, and they're out to a quick 1-0 lead on Freddie Lynn's 23rd home run of the season. So he's broken his total for the 1978 season. So Jim Rice, who was the hero a couple of days ago with 2 home runs, went 0 for 6 yesterday, comes in hitting .302 with 39 homers and 115 runs batted in. Martinez looks in for the sign from Dempsey, kicks and delivers to Rice. And Rice will get a base hit to left. So Rice will scramble back, thinking about 2, but Kelly got it back in quickly. So 1 on and 1 out for the captain, Carly Yastrzemski. Comes in hitting .282, 15 homers and 65 runs batted in. Just 2 off of his total for the season. It's going to be off the 6th column, Martinez. And it's going to be a ground ball back to Martinez. He should handle this one. Martinez with great range. And he will get to it. Oh, but he's going to commit a rare error here, though. And it's in the dirt, and Murray cannot come up with it. So a rare throwing error on Martinez. Gets to it with no trouble, but is unable to get a good throw off. So Rice will advance to second. So first and second with 1 down. Red Sox would love to add to their lead, as the Orioles have a very potent lineup. So Fisk up now. Comes in hitting .289, 16 homers, 72 runs batted in. And he will draw the walk. So that home run by Lynn seemed to have rattled the Martinez as he commits an error, and now the bases are loaded with 1 down for Jack Brohammer. Hitting .234, which is exactly what he hit on the season, with 19 runs batted in. So Dempsey goes out to talk to Martinez, tries to settle him down. Corners are going to play in. Murray and DeSense's in on the grass. So it's going to be off the 6th column of Martinez. And that's going to be a line out to short. The runners hold. It's a nice catch by Garcia that prevented at least a run there. So 2 down now for Dwight Evans. Comes in hitting .240 with 21 homers, 75 runs batted in. And that's again going to be off the 4 column. And that's a ground ball to Dower. He's up and over the Murray. And the Red Sox can only score 1 despite loading the bases. About 1 run coming on Fred Lynn's 23rd home run of the season to put him ahead. So it's Boston 1 and Baltimore coming up. Tiante on the hill. Comes in with a 12-6 record on the season. Just needs 1 more win total for the season. 3.21 ERA, very close to his actual ERA. 174 innings pitched, 153 hits allowed, 56 walks, and even 100 strikeouts, and has surrendered 14 home runs. So he's been a little less generous in the replay with giving up the long ball. If he'll keep that going today. So it's going to be Rice left, Lynn in center, Evans in right. It's pretty standard Red Sox defense there with Lynn and Evans with excellent range. And Evans with a cannon for an arm in right, and Lynn for above average arm in center. Rice average all around, but very short-handed in left. Hobson, Burleson, Brohammer, and Scott in the infield. And again, we're going to follow our protocol with Hobson. If it's a close game around the 6th or 7th, we're going to replace him and move Brohammer to third and Remy to second. So Burleson, excellent range at first, and Scott, above average range at first. Colin Fisk behind the plate, excellent all around. So the order for the Orioles, batting order, is going to be Larry Harlow, the first base center fielder, will lead it off. Rich Dower, the second baseman, hits second. Ken Singleton is the right fielder, batting third. Batting cleanup, Eddie Murray, the first baseman. Left fielder today is Pat Kelly, hitting 5th. Terry Crowley is the DH, hitting 6th. Doug DeCense is the third baseman, hitting 7th. Behind the plate, Rick Dempsey hits 8th. And Kiko Garcia, after batting leadoff in yesterday's game, will hit 9th and play short. So Harlow comes in .222 average with 4 homers and 40 runs batted in. Here's the windup in the pitch. It's going to be off Tiant's 4 column. And that'll be a strikeout swing. So Tiante has the curveball going in the dirt. Very deceptive. And that's out number 1. So Rich Dower up now. Dower comes in hitting .296 with 3 homers, 39 runs batted in. Let's be off the 5 column. And that's going to be a base hit up the middle. Sharply hit. So 1 on and 1 out as Scott will hold him on. Ken Singleton up to the plate. Comes in hitting .249. And Singleton's next home run will break his total for the season. He has 20 now with 56 runs batted in. So Tiant working out of the stretch. Looks for the sign. Looks up to the heavens. Delivers. And that will be a walk. So Tiant has had a problem with the base on balls as he now has equaled his total for the season with 57. So they'll bring up Eddie Murray with runners on first and second and 1 down. Orioles with a chance to get on the board here. Tie the game. So Murray comes in .283, 22 and 77. And that's going to be a fly ball to right. Evans is there, though. Makes the catch for out number 2 as Dower holds at second. So Pat Kelly up right now. .254 at 9 homers, 31 runs batted in. See if he can put the Orioles on the board here and tie the game. And he cannot as he looks at a called third strike. Strike 3 looking right down the pike. Not the Mass Pike, as we're in Baltimore. As all New England natives know, Mass Pike runs right behind Fenway Park. So that'll do it as it remains 1-0 Boston as we head to the second. Let's look up the scores up here. Kansas City leads Oakland 3-1. Chicago, Minnesota are scoreless. Texas and California also scoreless. Ooh, and Toronto leads Milwaukee 7-2. That's good news. And Detroit and New York are tied at 1, so we'll keep an eye on those scores. So the Boomer up now. He homered in yesterday's game, tying the game at 1. Comes in with a .253 average. He already has 3 more home runs than he did on the actual season with 15, and 3 more RBIs to equal his total for the season with 51 now. It's going to be off the 1 column. And that'll be a ground ball at the third to Sensei Zuppa there over to Murray for out number 1. So one down in the Boston second. And we're not going to... Those are the same scores that I just mentioned, so take a look at those if you like. So Butch Hobson up now. 279 hitter on the season. 13 homers, 57 runs batted in. And this will be off the 2 column. And that's going to be a base hit to left. Past Garcia. Kelly takes it on a bounce. So 1 out and 1 on for the Rick Burleson. Grounded out in his first at bat. And he'll draw the walk. So Red Sox got something going here in the second, first and second, with 1 down for Freddie Lynn, who put the Red Sox on the board with his 23rd home run of the season. See what he does here. And that's going to be a fly ball to center. Rips it. And got under it just a bit, though, and Harlow will have a play on it, and he'll make the catch. So 2 outs now for Jim Rice. Singled in his first at-bat. And this time he'll ground out to third. Long throw by the Senseis over to first, but that'll do it for the Red Sox in the second. So they do not score, and it remains 1-0. Terry Crowley, the DH, comes to the plate, hitting .260 with 13 runs batted in. Lefty steps in the box. Tiant twirls and twirls, kicks and delivers, looks up to the heavens, and here we go. And that is going to be all of that motion and a base hit for Crowley. So the leadoff runner is on for the Orioles here in the second. That'll be up to Senseis. Senseis hitting .269 on the season with 19 homers and 65 runs batted. Has somewhat of a power outage so far, as he's only got 19 home runs. He actually hit 28 on the season, so he'll have to have a hot month to get close to that. And it won't be now, as he hits a ground ball to Hobson at third. He fires to Brohammer for 1, back to Scott, and the Red Sox turn this 5-4-3 double play. So that'll empty the bases for Dempsey. Dempsey, .282 hitter on the season. 8 home runs, 47 runs batted, and he has 2 more home runs than he did on the actual season, with 15 more RBIs already. So he's having a much more productive season. And that will be a range check on Brohammer. Brohammer, an average range. So 1 to 4 will be a hit. Anything else, he'll get in front of it, and he gets in front of it. And he is going to boot it. And a throw pulls Scott off the bag. So Brohammer will be charged with the error. So a 2-out base runner for the Orioles, and it brings up the number 9 hitter, Kiko Garcia. Struggling on the replay with hitting just .194, hit .263 for the actual season. That has equaled his RBI total with 13. Dempsey moves away from first. Tiant will hold him on, though. Dempsey not really a threat to steal. And Garcia will get one to hit here. And that'll be another base hit, so the Orioles have something going here with 2 down as Dempsey moves to second. So Harlow with a chance to tie the game here. Struck out in his first at-bat. And Harlow is going to take one deep, and Evans just watches it go, and gone. So Larry Harlow delights the hometown fans with a 3-run blast. So the Red Sox thought they were going to get out of it after a double play, but the Orioles get a little 2-out rally and take a 3-1 lead as we head to this, as they're still batting in the second. So it'll be a Rich Dower singled in his first at-bat. And he'll single again, so Fisk goes out to talk to Tiant. Tries to settle him down there, gets back behind the plate. Scott will hold on Dower. Singleton up to the plate now, walked in his first at-bat, and Singleton is going to get a hit. So I believe that's 5 straight base runners now. So there is some stirring in the Red Sox pen. See if Tiant can get out of it here. Murray flew out in his first at-bat, and He'll get the called third strike. There's that third K of the day, but damage is done with 2 down as the Orioles take a 3-1 lead headed to the third. Mr. Brody not very happy with that. Yeah, the Orioles are in the lead, Brody. So the Red Sox will have Yastrzemski, Fisk, and Brohammer if anybody gets on Evans against Martinez, now with a 2-run lead, thanks to the 3-run shot by Eddie Murray? Yes. No, Larry Harlow, sorry. Larry Harlow with a 3-run blast. So Yastrzemski will line out to Dower for out number 1. So Fisk up now. Fisk took a base on balls in his first at-bat. We'll ground this one to Garcia. Plants over to Murray for out number 2. So Brohammer came up with the bases loaded and lined out. And he's going to get himself a... Oh no, Dower has a leap. No, he can't come up with it. Just past the leap of Dower into right field. So Brohammer is on with a 2-out single. See if the Red Sox can do anything with 2 down now. Evans grounded out in his first at-bat. And they cannot as he takes a called third strike. So first strikeout for El Presidente. And we'll head to the home half of the third with the Orioles up 3-1. So Pat Kelly will lead it off. He struck out in his first at-bat against Tiant. This time he'll rip a single up the center. So leadoff runner is on for the Orioles. For Terry Crowley, who singled in his first at-bat. And Kelly's trying to get a lead. He's got 14. He's 14 for 23 so far. And he's going to try to go. And Fisk comes up firing, and he's out at second. So Fisk gets a good throw into second, and no doubter there as Pudge throws him out. So 1 out and the base is empty now for Crowley. And that's going to be a gets under it. Pop up to Brohammer. Makes the catch for out number 2. So 2 outs now for DeSense's. Ground into a double play in his first at-bat. And this will be a range check on Burleson. He should be able to handle this one. And he does. As the Orioles cannot score in the third, sorry. So it remains 3-1 Baltimore as we head to the fourth. Boomer will lead it off. He grounded out in his first at-bat. He'll get one hit here, though. And he'll lay off of it and draw the walk as it's a curve in the dirt. So leadoff runner's on for the Red Sox. That'll bring the tying run up as the corners are playing in for Hobson, who singled in his first at-bat. And Hobson will just barely get one past the reach of Dower into center field. As Scott moves up to second. So the corners are going to play in now for Burleson, who is a threat to bunt. And I think we're going to have him bunt. So runners on first and second, and they'll be out. Burleson squares around. Lays one down. Fielded by DeSense is over to first. Close play, and he is out. But Burleson gets the job done as Scott moves to third and Hobson to second. So Freddie Lynn already has a homer today, 1 for 2. Has a chance to tie the game here with a base hit. He's going to have to get a good roll here, either a 2-3 or a 12. And he does. Freddie Lynn gets the 3 roll. Scott comes around the score, and we're going to hold Hobson. So Fred Lynn with an RBI single gets the Red Sox to within 1. Now 3-2, Baltimore. So Jim Rice with a chance to tie the game. And probably not going to get a good roll here, but we'll see if Lynn can do it. Rice can do it too. Come on, 2. Nope, and that's going to be grounded to the Senseis over to Darrow for one, back to first, and they turn two. So perhaps we should have sent Hobson as Rice grounds into the 5-4-3 double play. But they do get one, and it's 3-2 now as we head to the home half of the fourth. So the Senseis who reached, Dempsey, who reached on an error, will lead it off for the Orioles. And he strikes out with a check swing. It says he went around. So 1 out in the Oriole fourth. Brings up Kiko Garcia. Singled in his first at-bat. And sharp breaking ball. And he swings over it for strike 3. So Tiant has the strikeout going today, as he's got 5 now on the day, only in the fourth. So Larry Harlow will put the Orioles ahead with a 3-run blast. His 5th of the season comes to the plate. And this time he'll ground one to Scott. Charges it. Fires Tiant covering. And that'll do it for the Orioles in the fourth. So let's see if the Red Sox can tie this game in this inning. You'll have Yastrzemski, Fisk, and Brohamer. And that's going to be off the 4 column. And that is going to be hit a long, long way to right, but it'll stay in the park, and Singleton will make the catch. So Yastrzemski made a bid to tie the game, but not quite enough on it, as Singleton makes the catch for out number 1. Fisk up now, 0 for 1 with a walk. And he'll get his second walk of the day. So tying run is on board now for Brohamer. It's 1 for 2 with a single. And that's going to be a range check on Harlow. 1 through 6 will be a hit. And he will get in front of it. And hang on to it for out number 2. Fisk trots back to first. So let's look at the scores here again. The Yankees have pulled ahead of Detroit 3-1. Mickey Rivers has hit his 12th home run for New York. Toronto still way ahead of Milwaukee, 7-2. Texas and California scoreless. Fergie Jenkins, the ex-Red Sox, battling Hartzell. Chicago slipping by Minnesota 3-1. Soderholm has hit his 15th home run for the White Sox. And Kansas City on top of Oakland 3-1. So Evans out with 2 out and a runner on first. It's 0 for 2 on the day. And he'll be 0 for 3 as he flies out to Harlow to end the inning. So halfway through, it's Baltimore 3 and Boston 2. Rich Dower to lead it off against Tiant. He's got a pair of singles against him so far today. And this time he'll ground out to Brohamer. And Dower is retired for the first time today. So 1 out for Singleton. He walked in the first and singled in the second. And he'll get one hit here. And this is a no-doubter for Singleton as he goes deep, breaking his home run total for the season with 21 now. And getting that run back as it's now 4-2 Boston. So the Orioles back to a 2-run lead, 4-2. And it'll bring up Eddie Murray. He's 0 for 2 on the day. And he'll strike out. So he made a bid to go back-to-back. Instead is down on strikes. El Tiante 6K of the day. So Pat Kelly up now. He's 1 for 2 with a single. And he strikes out. So Tiant comes back with a couple of strikeouts after the home run by Singleton. And it's a 4-2 Baltimore lead as we head to the 6th. So Martinez back to a 2-run lead here. George Scott coming up to the plate. He's 0 for 1 with a walk. And that's a strike 3 swinging. Big cut by the Boomer. Get nothing but air there. As George Scott was famous for his big strikeouts. I remember my grandfather always dreading when he came up that he was going to strike out, and usually when he dreaded it, it happened. So, so Butch Hobson up now. Hobson's having a fine day. He's got a pair of singles in his 2 at-bats against Martinez. So 1 on and base is empty. And that's going to be a range check on Martinez. Should be able to handle this one. Easily gets in front of it. Scoops it up. And this time is able to handle it cleanly. So 2 down in the Red Sox 6th. Brings up yesterday's hero, Rick Burleson, the Rooster. He's 0 for 1 with a walk today. Also has a sacrifice bunt, and he'll get one to hit here. Can he hit a home run in 2 straight games? No, he cannot, but he does line a single up the center. So Red Sox with a 2-out rally going here. And we're not going to chance. Let's just see what our chances are here. So still a 1 to 14 chance. That's a pretty good thing. He does get a lead. We're going to attempt it here. And here goes Burleson. Firing. Bang, bang play. And Burleson is nailed. So Burleson tries to get into scoring position. A little questionable there as they were down by 2, but that'll bring Crowley up. And especially with Lynn already homering today, but thought we'd take a chance. So Zimmer already with some aggressive base running there, as Crowley will pop out to Brohammer at first for out number 1. Sensei is up now. He's 0 for 2. And he'll get a base hit, as Tiant has reached his fatigue point here. So runner on first with 1 down for Dempsey. Reached on an error by Brohammer in the 2nd and struck out in the 4th. And this time he's going to hit one to Burleson, flips the Brohammer for 1, back to first. And that'll do it for the Orioles in the 6th. So it remains 4-2 Baltimore as we head to the 7th. So Fred Lynn up now. And he does have both of Boston's RBIs, so that might have been ill-advised by Zimmer to send Burleson. And especially now, as it looks like he's got a chance here. But this is just a deep fly to Singleton, who will make the catch. So just a long out there for Lynn, who was going for his 3rd RBI of the game. Jim Rice up now. Single back in the 1st, 1 for 3. And he'll line one out to the Senseis, who makes the grab at first for out number 2. So 2 up and 2 down for the Red Sox in the 7th. So let's look at the scores again. The Yankees still 4-1 over Detroit. And Toronto 7-2 over Milwaukee. So Yaz up now with 2 down. 0 for 3 on the day. And that's going to be a range check on Dower. Dower, excellent defensive overall. Gets in front of this one. Well, above average anyway. And he'll make the play for the final out of the 7th. So 7th inning stretch time here in Baltimore. Mr. Brody and Miss Mags and Purple Dinosaur with the trivia question. So that's a tough one here. In 1971, Luis Aparicio broke the career record for most games played at shortstop up till that time. He broke the previous record of 2,218, held by the great White Sox player. Name that player. Oh. I feel like I should know this one. Was that Nellie Fox? I thought Nellie Fox played 2nd. I don't think he... I thought he played 2nd instead of short. Anyway, I can't think of that one. I'm sure, Al, you probably know that one. Or somebody else watching. So, lock in your answers. Oh, Luke Appling. I should have known that one. So Luke Appling, 21 years with the White Sox, broke the White Sox the record for the most games played at shortstop with 2,218. So thank you, Mr. Brody, and they're both L.A. initials, Louis Aparicio and Luke Appling. So that's how you can remember that one. Both the same initials. So thank you, Mr. Brody, Miss Mags, and Purple Dinosaur for that. As we head to the home half of the 7th with the Orioles on top 4-2. Red Sox winning streak is on the line here. As Tiant comes down, Tiant will go back out there for the 7th. There is action in the Red Sox pen. And that is going to be a strikeout. So Tiant not having quite the same day he did, pitching a 2-hit shutout. And the Red Sox winning 2-0. Red Sox down by 2 now as Larry Harlow comes to the plate. Get the Orioles on the board with a 3-run homer back in the 2nd, 1 for 3. And this time he's going to hit a fly ball, but it'll stay in the park. As Evans comes in fast, dives. So that one changed direction on Evans, but Evans stays with it and makes a nice diving catch. So 2 down now in the 7th for Rich Dower. 2 for 3 on the day. And he strikes out, so Tiant now with 9 Ks on the day. So he's had the strikeout going. So we'll head to the 8th. It'll be Fisk, Brohammer, and Evans. Everybody gets on Scott up against Martinez. Fisk gets one to hit here. And that's going to be a single to left. So, Brohammer up now. Brohammer 0 for 3 on the day. And he'll line out to short. So, Fisk gets back to first. So Dwight Evans up now with a chance to tie it with a home run. 0 for 3. And he'll draw the walk. So first and second for the Boomer. He could put the Red Sox ahead with one swing of the bat. And that is going to be... Nope, Martinez is going to stay in. As Weaver decides to keep him in. And that's going to be a range check on Dower. And he'll get in front of it. Oh, just misses that error. Let's see if he's going to turn 2. And they do turn 2, and that'll do it for the Red Sox in the 8th. So the Red Sox are going to be down to their last 3 outs. And we're going to make our defensive overdue defensive changes here. So we're going to move Brohammer to third base. And we're going to bring Remy into place second. All right. There we go. The Red Sox made the defensive changes. So Singleton up now. He's 2 for 2 with a home run. Solo shot. His 21st of the season. He's also walked. And he'll walk again. So Tiant with the second walk of the day. So Eddie Murray up now. He's 0 for 3 on the day. And that's a strikeout. So Tiant now reaches double digits in strikeouts. 110 for the season. And it looks like it's going to be Mike Anderson pinch hitting here. So Anderson comes in hitting just 150 with 2 runs batted. And see if they keep him in. And they do. And he'll strike out. And I think against the lefties he was even worse or something like that. I know he has a... Well, maybe not. I know he has a horrible card overall. So Taylor Crowley up now with 2 down and a runner on first. 1 for 3. And he'll fly out to Evans in right. So the Red Sox down by 2, needing 2 runs to keep this game going. With their winning streak on the line. . So Remy up to the plate now. So Remy came in as a defensive replacement last inning, hitting .294 with 2 homers, 37 runs batted in. Corners are playing in. And that is going to be a line out to first. So Red Sox down to their last 2 outs, as yesterday's hero Rick Burleson comes to the plate. 1 for 2 with a walk. And he'll ground out to Murray, takes to the bag on a hop, flips to Martinez. So 2 down now for Freddie Lynn, so that Burleson getting thrown out at second with 2 down proves to be come back to bite the Red Sox. That's not done yet as Fred Lynn comes up. Red Sox down to the last out. And that will do it as he grounds out to Belanger, who's in now defensively. So that'll do it as the Red Sox fall to the Orioles. Oh, by a score of 4-2, snapping their, I believe, 8-game winning streak. So let's check the, hopefully the Yankees were ahead, though, so we'll have to see. Red Sox may be 2 games behind now. So let's check the box score and then the standings. So the Red Sox snap their winning streak. Dennis Martinez gets the win, 17-13. He went the distance, allowing 8 hits, 2 runs, all of them earned. So Martinez wins the battles of the L's. El Presidente beating El Tiante. So Martinez did not have his best stuff, as he did walk 5 batters, striking out only 2. Tiant, 8 innings pitched, 9 hits allowed, 4 runs. Only 1 of them was earned, though, so his defense definitely let him down. 2 walks and 11 strikeouts. Definitely deserved a much better fate. So he falls to 12-7. Well, did allow 2 home runs, though. 1 to Singleton and 1 to Dempsey, the big blow. So, for the Orioles, Larry Harlow, the center fielder, 1 for 4 with a run scored and 3 runs batted in. His 3-run shot. Rich Dower, 2 for 4. Singleton, 2 for 2 with a solo home run. Murray was 0 for 4. So Murray has struggled this series. Pat Kelly, 1 for 3. Mike Anderson, pinch hitter, left fielder. Well, not left fielder, came in to play left field for Pat Kelly, 0 for 1. Crowley, DH, 1 for 4. The Senseis, 1 for 3. Dempsey, 0 for 3 with a run scored. Kiko Garcia was 1 for 3 with a run scored also. And Belanger, defensive replacement, did not get in at bat. For the Red Sox, Rick Burleson was 1 for 3. Freddie Lynn, 2 for 5 with a run scored and 2 runs batted in. Yastrzemski, 0 for 4. Fisk, 1 for 2. Brohammer, 1 for 4. Evans, 0 for 3. Scott, 0 for 3 with a run scored. Hobson, 2 for 3. And Jerry Remy was 0 for 1. So no magic today, as the Red Sox fall to the Orioles by a score of 4-2. So let's check out our standings and see how the Yankees and the Brewers did. As Mr. Brody doesn't have much to say about this game. So, it looks like the Yankees may have lost. And they did. So the Yankees have lost 2 in a row to the Tigers. And so the Red Sox remain just a game behind. Milwaukee, who lost, looks like they lost again too. So Milwaukee has lost. They did. So they're a game and a half behind. So 3-team race continues as Yankees ahead by 1. Red Sox lose a game in there. And fall back to 3 games behind their pace. And Milwaukee just a game and a half. So Milwaukee's also 3 games ahead of their pace. Yankees 2 games ahead of their pace. So as things are heating up in the AL East there. So Kansas City now with a 4-game lead over the Angels, as they've won 2 in a row, but the Angels have won 3 in a row. So the Angels 4 games out. Texas falls to 6.5 behind as they've lost 3 in a row. So let's check out tomorrow's game. Perhaps maybe we'll get a game later today or perhaps tomorrow. And let's see here. So tomorrow, the Red Sox will be starting a 3-game series. I think it's a 4-game series actually, I believe, with the New York Yankees. So huge series coming up against the first place Yankees, just a game out. And it's going to be Ken Clay on the hill for the Yankees. I'm sorry, not Ken Clay, Catfish Hunter. Even better, Catfish Hunter going for the Yankees against Mike Torres. So a good pitching matchup there. So we'll see what can happen there. So a huge series for the Red Sox as they face their arch rivals, the Yankees. And I believe they got blown out in this first game, 15-3. And let's see, I think they might have got swept by the Yankees, and then they got 13-2 in the next game. Ouch. So the Yankees came to play this series. And in the next game, they got shut out 7-0. And then they lost 7-4. So the Red Sox got swept in a 4-game series against the Yankees at Fenway Park. So I kind of am having some flashbacks to that. I kind of remember that series where the Red Sox got swept by the Yankees. So hopefully the Red Sox can fare better than they did in that actual series when they have Catfish Hunter going up against Mike Torres. So a huge, huge series. And for game number 139 to 143. So definitely don't miss that, as we'll probably play another game later today after we get back from the children's ministry. We're going to the park tonight with the kids for the final Monday night of the season, and then we'll have the summer off. So we'll have to do some Monday night baseball after that. So take care and God bless, and we will see you. Ready, Mr. Brody? We will see you in the next big series against the New York Yankees. So take care and God bless. Bye-bye now.